Hello, my dear Leos. This is your love and spirituality reading for the month of July 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We are soon entering into Cancer season, so happy birthday to all Cancers out there. And this is a general reading for Sun, Moon and Rising sign, and I read in the order of most liked videos. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. For this reading, I will use the 78 Mythical Tarot by 78 Tarot Global Art Collaboration. It was voted winner in the semi-final against all the other 78 Tarot decks, and it also won the final against the Celtic Dragon Tarot. I had so many beautiful decks to choose from this time, and I couldn't make up my mind which one to use at my channel. And I'm truly grateful for all the help with choosing this magical deck. If this is not your personal favorite, I expect you to be honorable and acknowledge that the vote is over and that this deck won. Bless your heart, everyone, and thank you for the love in all shape and forms. Now I will start shuffling your cards, and it's very big cards, but I will still do the same spread. I was thinking about doing something else, but I still want you to recognize my channel. So when I open your deck here, I see the Seven of Cups together with the Devil. So this was intense. Seven of Cups with the Devil. It might be that you have different suitors to choose from, and that you might be overindulging a little bit in these lovers here. But it might also be that you are dealing with different addicts, like you are being an addict yourself, or dealing with people that is addicts, because the Seven of Cups is the Minor Arcana Moon card, and we can see here the Red Seas has departed and you are being let through here. But there's so many different things to choose from when you have gotten this freedom. And here we see with the Devil card, it's a perfect picture of addiction. This is a fawn, and she has a lot of bruises, and we can see needles here, implying some kind of addiction. So you might be dealing with an addicted person, or it's time for you to look at your addictions yourself. It doesn't have to be this serious as sex, drugs, and alcohol. It can be small things that you are addicted to that is not helpful for your body, but it's a way for your body to overcome certain pain or to forget about certain pain. We can overindulge in food, can be excessive use of a mobile phone, or in some way distracting yourself from what really matters. If you are out and about and dating, it might be that either you or your suitors are not the most serious people here when it comes to this love department. Okay, so I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the Page of Wands together with the Devil. So this is a strong longing. So it seems like you have the strong longing after the Devil. The Page of Wands can be very revolutionary and a little bit my way or the highway kind of person, but they come with this divine inspiration. So even if they do mistakes and make, like, stir around in the pot a little bit too much, they are still here with this divine inspiration. So we are not here to be perfect. We are not here to be free of sin. We are here to actually to do a lot of mistakes and to miss the target, which is what sin really translate into, because we are here to get the experience. So the person that is in the bottom of the pit among our in the human society might actually be the most enlightened one sometimes, taken a deeper dive into the human experience. So I call the 4 archangels in the four corners of the world. It seems like Leo is longing for something that's not really, you know, super good for you, okay? So I call the 6 elements, and here we have a 10 of Pentacles with the Page of Wands. So it seems like you have either to choose between the Devil, might be a little bit more dramatic and a dramatic life, more filled with danger and horror, and a 10 of Pentacles is a more stable kind of life, family oriented towards commitment and to taking responsibility and fulfill your duties to the tribe, to your place of work. It's a place of value. So it seems like you could choose here from either put this longing, it's like a passion, into like things that's tangible or that is healthy and responsible, or towards the thing that is maybe going to lead to your destruction. Okay, so 6 elements, yes. Earth, wind, fire, water. We have the Phoenix here, wants to show their face. It's the Sun card. Trial by fire, Watcher, Spirit, and Ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Leo viewers. So I want my dear Leos to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success. It's usually this with new decks. They want to talk so much. They want to say so many things. So we have both the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands jumping. So I want you to find yourself in loving relationships and also have creative success and walking on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So, big cards to shuffle. So I'll just tune in for a few seconds to you and the energy of July for you. So what I'm getting here when I'm tuning into you is that you're building a little bit air castles for yourself and maybe dreaming about something that you think will solve it all, but it would actually be a deeper dive into overindulgence or into old negative patterns in some way. So it's fine if you do this, if you need to make this dive. Sometimes we need to do the same thing over and over again to really understand what it's all about. That's why we're here. But you can make a more sensible choice at this time. And keeping yourself high and dry in a more comfortable environment than to go with this more destructive elements that wants to call you in. Okay, it might be all projections and patterns, so start to look very clearly on how you feel like inside of you, and see what you are doing to kind of adjust those feelings. If you feel bad, you might go to the refrigerator, call a friend, put on Netflix, whatever is going on. So just look and take a pause before you do this thing. I'm not forbidding you to do those things. I'm just saying take a pause so you will know yourself. And you will know, okay, so I'm feeling this right now and I'm suiting myself with this substance or action. Okay, so this is my beautiful Leo's future there, and this is your now and this is your past. And in the past we have a 10 of Cups, so I feel that the 10 of Cups might have a connection with the 7 of Cups and the Devil. The love here is very pure and very honorable, but maybe not all people in this equation, or maybe not all elements in this situation were honorable. Okay, we can have the sweetest love towards someone and they can still act like the devil. Okay, but 10 of Cups, it's real. Okay, the love you felt was real. And the 10 of Coins that we saw, Pentacles, might be what you want to obtain. But to mix the devil into the game can be very disrupting to both the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. If we have this beautiful life and we invite someone that's a little bit destructive, and we try to keep it on a certain level, we become codependent. We try too hard. We try to fix too much. Try to fix something that's maybe doesn't want to be fixed. Okay. So this is in the now, and we have a Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is a situation where you have a lot of potential for love, but you're not sharing it with the world, probably because you don't want to repeat an old pattern. So it might be that you have beautiful career options or beautiful options in love, but you know that they are tainted in some way, so you don't want to act upon it. You don't want to take this offering because you know that it's going to lead to some kind of difficult situation or some kind of mischievous thing, or it's not going to be super healthy. So you are careful. You don't just give off your fruits here or your investment, even though it might be tempting. And this is your future. And here we have the card Meditation. It's an extra card that comes with this deck. And it talks about this, what I just told you, that before you do those things that you feel called to do, take a moment, just feel inside, just take a deep breath. Also look if there's something you can be grateful for, as the air in your lungs, or the sun in your face, or the warmth against your skin inside your house, or the birds singing, whatever, because you can change your inner vibration from having this high-pitched anxious feeling to feeling grateful in an instant of a second. And when you feel grateful, you don't need anything. You don't need anything else. I don't say that you need to stop what you're doing and not do it and stay in gratefulness. I'm just saying that this is the end goal eventually, but how to get there needs to be a natural like stepping stone, one step at the time. So the first step is to become aware. So all the time, try as soon as you remember, try to remember to be aware about how you're feeling inside. Put one eye inside yourself, like one eye inside your wisdom well, and you will start to calibrate yourself in the most beautiful way to frequencies that's probably more healthy to you than the frequencies that you have been playing with here. Okay, so this is your past, and we have a Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, and we have the Ten of Cups there. Okay, so it might be that you have had a suitor, or you have a suitor in your life. I said have had, since it's the past here, that was very much in love with you. It might also be that you were very much in love with them. But the Knight of Cups is not particularly serious person. It's a person that wants love, but one little word or one little, the wrong step, and this person will turn into something else, because they are not so strong and mature just yet. And it doesn't mean this person have to be young. It can be an older person, but it's a situation where we are just starting about flirting with someone, starting about a relationship, and we are still observant towards what the other person is here to offer. So we might be very touchy-feely at this moment. So just one little thing, and this beautiful Ten of Cups and Knight of Cups can be gone. But here we see it's very beautiful. The Knight of Cups might be someone that loves you a great deal. It often comes with an apology, the Knight of Cups. It might also come with an offer. We saw you denying some kind of offer here, but it seems like it comes with an offer. It might be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio approaching you at this time with some probably very deep love, but it might not be shown on a surface level. I feel that it's underneath the surface. And here we have the star card. So the star card is your destiny. It's what you're here to achieve. So when this card comes, it says that a person has a lot of hope in this situation and wants to achieve something that's kind of greater than themselves. So we have both Ten of Cups, Knight of Cups, the Star card. So this is a kind of outwardly love. It's a love that has traveled with you to this realm. But in this realm, we are very scared to be hurt and to be stricken by pain. So we are very careful when we're meeting someone that where there really seems to be like a true connection. And then we can start to repel that connection because we don't want to lose something that makes us hurt really deep. So the star card is Aquarius. So we have Pisces, Aquarius here. And the next card here is the World card. So the World card is a very beautiful card. It's about beginnings and endings. So it seems like this is a soulmate relationship that has come in for you here in the past. And we can see this person is holding a blade towards their heart chakra, and the light, the candle is out. So this is a situation where we end an old cycle, maybe in this case an old relationship, and we have hope for something new to begin instead. So it's this passage between eons, like the Stone Age and time when we went into farming. That's two different eras. So these are showing this, how we leave the old and begin with the new. So it's some kind of shift here for you. It's like you're leaving an old era behind and you're starting something new. But the old era, it seems to be holding a big, great kind of soulmate kind of love. So we'll see where it goes with this. Next here is the Queen of Wands. So this is you, of course. And we see this kind of dragon tamer person, but she's very, she's sad. We can see her mascara has been running away from her. It's actually probably, the Queen of Wands is usually connected to Aries, so we can see the depiction of Aries here. But this is you, Queen of Wands, and it's like you're embarking on something new, where it's all about you. You have left some big, great love kind of behind of you, and you're stepping into the unknown with only yourself as the guide, is what I'm feeling. So this was an earth-shaking love, but with the Knight of Cups here, it might be that it wasn't, it was somehow not in your league here. With this is a knight and this is a queen, so it's a difference in the different maturity levels or where you're at a certain cycle. This soul can be older than your soul, but in this life, in this cycle, it might be that you are not in the same space and time, or in the same, you didn't walk towards the same goal. It's a very happy, yummy feeling you left behind here, but it felt already when I saw the card, it felt like there was something in it, like something in the mix that made you being unable to accept it. And here with the Queen of Wands, we can see that you are sad, but you're still oriented towards the future, and you have the darkness here behind you, but you kind of accept it, and you have all these antennas here, all these crystals being out to lead you the way. So even if it hurts, you still are oriented towards the future, and the dragon is showing your beautiful connection with the divine and your strength. And the next card is the King of Cups. So, okay, this is very beautiful. This is you deciding to probably not be a codependent in a situation. If we love someone, so that's the song for you. If we love someone, we open up our hearts, something like that. And if you're not afraid to lose them, you have probably never loved someone like I do, something like that. I hear the melody to these words, loved someone. So I think that one of the parties in this situation, if you're a cross-watcher, it might be you, and but in this case I'm reading for the Leo. So I think that the Leo saw that the love was in some way tainted, or it wasn't, maybe you weren't offered the great kind of love that you wanted. You wanted love worthy a queen, and you got this Knight of Cups love that is very flickery. Okay, so one day they love you, next day they don't. So what you're oriented towards is the King of Cups. You want old, steady, wise love, like a person that has been through a lot, that shows their soul's aging wisdom, instead of trying to be juvenile and kind of clueless to what it is that you're asking of this person. So what you want is a bigger offer. You want something that is not shady or devilish, or comes with a pink, like like this, you know, pinky swear, but with this behind your back or behind their back. You want something that's serious. So you leave something that was really beautiful, like really high frequency kind of love, at least from your side of things. And because you want this King of Cups, you want the real offer. So we can see that you sacrificed like an old era because you wanted a new. Yes. And I'm hearing another song, and I think it was for your past, and it was, what are you waiting for? So I think you felt like, yes, I love this person, or I love this situation that I'm in, but if I stay here forever, I won't never obtain this dream I have. So what are you waiting for? So you couldn't wait anymore. You just put a closure to this situation and oriented yourself towards the future with this. You gave up a smaller dream for a bigger dream. And that's a speech, actually, from a movie. What are you waiting for? It's from Beautiful Creatures. It's the speech of sacrifice. So how we sacrifice something that we loved or wanted for something that we love even more, or want even more, like the bigger dream. So I'll put, if I remember, I will put it in the description box. I will probably write it down also, sacrifice speech. So you made a great sacrifice here in the past, Leo, to avoid some codependent situation where you were accepting to have something that wasn't fully your dream, because it was a compromise. Okay, you did something that was a compromise. It was almost what you wanted, and maybe you thought you weren't worthy of more. So for maybe a long time you were in this situation and accepted only half of what you have asked for. But the universe doesn't have a limitation to the wishes that they grant. We just have to be brave enough to go after our dream, and you were here, okay? And both the Star card and the World card, it shows very amazingly how you have been walking on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Even with tears in your eyes, you did this because you gave up the smaller dream for the bigger dream of your soul. So this is very beautiful. Okay, so, and this is in the now. So see what this have brought you. And we have an Ace of Cups, and it comes underneath the Knight of Cups. So it seems like there might come in a new suitor here for you. Again, might be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but it's just showing this person's quality, like a person that wants, they might be admiring you from afar, or, you know, just they will see you one day and fall in love in the first, when they first see you, they just see that, yes, this is the one. So Ace of Cups is a person being overflown by this loving feeling. It's just they lose his control and just get this, yes, this is the person I love. it seems like a new love, but of course it can be a person returning also to make maybe a greater offer, or that's the only way for them to get back in with you, because I don't think you will compromise yourself once more. So underneath the Star card, we have the Two of Cups. So we have Ace of Cups and Two of Cups. So it's definitely coming in love to you now. We can see here with these snakes, and it's turning away from the female here, but it looks a little bit phallic with the male at this situation. And since I'm seeing it together with the Star card, it might be that the first situation for the person holding the male inspiration of this part of the duality is that there's a sexual attraction. Some people, when they feel the deepest soul love, their body isn't equipped to take it above like the lower chakra, so they might not be able to feel love through their heart. So you have to forgive them for that. It's not something wrong with their soul. It's just that the human evolution have sometimes not gone further than sexual love. So if the person has this sexual love, it's going to be hard for you to accept, and it's yet another compromise. So you can't accept it if it comes like that. You need to wait for the evolution to happen where the person can actually give it from their heart. You see, this person have a grip on this female's arm. She's offering the apple, and he is offering some kind of, he's craving her. He wants a sexual encounter with her. But what's triggering this is the deep love, but maybe his body can't feel it. It's just what I'm saying. So it's a little bit, so you know this. You need to watch the people that you're with, not with suspicious eyes, but to be able to see the truth. With the Seven of Cups that we saw in the Devil, it might be that you want to swallow the lie or, just take the compromise because maybe your love is very big and true, okay? And it comes from the heart and it hurts so bad. It's not just a sexual abstinence. If you don't get this person, it's your whole being will be included in longing for this person, even if they are the devil. So you need to be aware of the red flags and act very mature in this situation. And no, just don't take it as a personal insult that this person is not evolved past this stage. Try to just see what is and not making judgment about it. Just see, okay, so they seem to express this from this kind of way. It's not the King of Cups that I want. So I need to ask them to elevate themselves. So this can be the trigger for this person to go through their evolution when you ask more of them. And here we have a Knight of Wands. So it kind of emphasizes again a very sexual, passionate energy. And of course it might be coming from the Queen of Wands equally. So I'm not saying that sexual tension is a bad feeling. It might be that you are very sexual attracted towards this person, but it can be this person again, since I'm felt this sexual energy. This is Kundalini energy. So they are feeling the sexual energy because merging with you in a sexual way might actually rise their vibration to come to the King of Cups level. But many people, they just want a sexual encounter and then they are running off. So they never get the evolution from it. They just get small messages about coming evolution, but they never get the actual evolution because they do a hit and run kind of thing. So with these knights, it's a lot of actions. I think there's a person's being very hot and flamey for you, okay? And they really don't know how to approach this situation, but they just they might be lying sleepless at night, feeling this longing sensation. Longing can be as a tormention, I was actually looking at longing yesterday, what kind of feeling that is. And I felt it was an orange feeling with the kind of gray highlights. It's like an orange wave. And for me, it's like an orange wave from my throat chakra, actually. And it had this gray. So it's Knight of Wands energy. For me, Page of Wands is usually more longing, but I'm learning as well day by day. Of course, Knight of Wands feels the longing. In other case, they wouldn't embark on their journey. And this is definitely a new journey. And the Knight of Wands is, even though it's a person seemingly being like a heartbreaker kind of person, or it might be a situation where the deal seems too good to be true. Okay, it's too much of a glamour packing. Okay, too much golden paper and silky threads, and you know something is hiding underneath there. That's not what it should be. But it's anyway, it wants to lead. The Knight of Wands always wants to lead to spiritual growth, and it comes from the East to the human beings in the West to give this evolution. Okay, so it's the rising sun coming and giving us this evolution. So the expression might be youthful and unevolved, but what it will lead to is a more high frequency evolutionary step. So it's actually a good thing. But it's a little bit clash here of this beautiful Ace of Cups kind of eternal love from like a person dreaming love into the world, and then this all-consuming fire. It's a little bit, we might experience this relationship very differently, so you just know that your experience isn't their experience. And underneath you here, the Queen of Wands, we have the Page of Wands. So again, I feel that this is your suitor. It might be that you have two different suitors. This is Sagittarius, might be Aries or Leo as well. And here we have a Page of Wands. And we see they are going in different directions. So I think this person is a little bit stuck on their old ways. Maybe I feel I want to have what I want. It's like I have a craving and I need to have it. I want to take control over this situation so I can have it. It's like almost chasing down a prey and putting your teeth in it. And the Page of Wands is a little bit more spiritual in this essence. And well, this time I actually feel that it's walking away from the devil. Okay, and before you might have run to the devil and now you're running away from the devil. I think that's another song for you. It's a terribly lot of songs coming through. It's Tainted Love. Once I ran from you. No, run to you. Now I'm run from you. Tainted love. This tainted love you give me, I give you all a boy or girl can give you. So the latest version I heard was with Marilyn Manson, but it's an old song, at least from the 80s. And here we have the Tower, and it comes underneath the King of Cups. So I think that something has worked with you before. It's not going to work with you this time. It's like you're deliberately causing the Tower here. Because the dream comes in such a glossy paper, you don't swallow it. It's like a fish bait, very glittery in the waters. Here you are in the waters. It comes a very glittery like bait, and you don't take it. You say, no, not today. No, not today. So you want this offering, of course, this deep love here, but I think you realize the warning signals, the warning, the red flags. No, not today. It's something, I'm hearing this, no, not today. So I will just write it down. No, not today. So you realize these warning flags, and deliberately you go and make the Tower. So you kind of say, no, I don't want to engage in this kind of relationship. I feel the sparks as much as you, but I don't want to have this Knight's kind of love. I'm waiting for my King of Cups here. Okay, and 4 of Cups. So you're saying no to an offering of some sort here. Okay, so that was in the now, and this is in your future. So in the future we have an Ace of Wands. So this cat's, even its ears are burning. Okay, so our ears are burning when someone is talking about us. And we have the Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups. So if you're thinking a lot of a person right now, it might be that they are thinking a lot about you. Your ears are burning, 2 tails. This little entity seems to have 2 tails, or I'm seeing it wrong, I don't know. But 1 tail, 2 tails. It's this light that they are carrying with them. If you have problems with, it's like your space is being occupied by someone, you might send their energy away and put up mirrors. If you feel a sigh of relief, you know that there was someone thinking about you intensely and giving you a very intense longing for something. Let them carry this. If they carry the longing, they don't have to like ding, 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 back with their lorry, spill their longing on you. Some people, they can't be brave and approach a person that they love or that they want. So they're sparking, like they are pushing the other people to take the action, the braver person. But if there's going to be any evolution here, the not so brave person needs to make the action. So if your ears are burning, someone is thinking about you or talking about you, send away their energy, put up mirrors or a golden dome, and you might have to do this 100 times a day, but if you feel this sigh of relief, it will work, and eventually this person need to take action for their own, what they are thinking about you. This might be the other way around as well, of course, that Leo is thinking intensely about someone, and that someone needs to send away their emotions or their energy here that wants to, hello, call me. Okay, and here we have the Star card and the 2 of Cups and the Hierophant. So this is talking about what the Spirit wants and what one person in this equation wants, and it's responsibility. It's a person growing up to the responsibility. This is about tradition. It's about your tribe. If you have one night stands, you don't invite these people that might be soulmates and spiritual people that you have a spiritual connection to, but you just discard them as they were rubbish. But here with the Hierophant, you need to invite them in. You need to be serious. You need to take this serious. So this might be also a work situation, a more serious contract, not just playing hooky and taking jobs here and there, but actually taking a serious job and making a serious effort to reach your dreams. But it's also about a person, instead of poking this other person and making them longing for you and making them crazy about you, become crazy about someone else and invite them in your temple. So this might be for you or for the person that you're dealing with, that they need to actually invest themselves for real, not just playing around, not just breaking hearts to left and right, but not doing any investments. If there's going to be an evolution, there needs to be an investment. There needs to be serious measurements being taken. And we see the 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, the Hierophant. Whatever this was, I think it was committed love from the beginning to the end, but maybe only acknowledged by one of the persons in this relationship. And it needs to be acknowledged by both, both people here. It's an interesting card because the Centaur is a very sexual being, but here it has clothed itself with the garment of the Hierophant, the high priest, and taming itself. So this person needs to tame their more sexual powers to use for for good things, instead of just roaming the world and having a laugh, using this energy to build something that's for real. You know, someone to hold your hand when you are old, okay? Old and gray. We see these old and gray people here. Yeah? So you won't be young forever. And next card here is the Page of Pentacles. And we see a fish in the sky here. So the Page of Pentacles, she's like an artist or a dreamer. It's a person that has a lot of potential. And I think here this person is acknowledging, maybe both people in this equation is acknowledging who they were when they came. Like before they learned a game of life and the play of life and how to get power or how to get love, how to get on top. How to avoid being struck to the ground, things like this. Here we acknowledge the first us before our conditioning. So it seems like someone wants to learn, someone wants to be the disciple, someone wants to be able to engage themselves, but on this level they are just a page. So again, don't expect much. It might also be about a person wanting family and babies. And babies, it's not always possible for all people. There might be a person have taken a choice that they don't want to have babies. They don't want to put babies to this world. And other people might be too old or too young, or they might be not mature enough. We have the Knight of Wands above their head. But this is about family and babies. But it's also this what I told you, that a person needs to go back to their core, their vulnerable core, instead of trying to act all like I have my shit together, I know how to play this game. They need to put down the game and be their true soul self, like through the subconscious getting the information. Okay, so if I truly love this person, I need to truly also invest. The Page of Pentacles is a very loyal entity. It gives its whole life to their knight. And we have the Knight of Wands above their head and the World card, so to this spiritual road. Yeah, so interesting. It's a very wobbly situation with one of this one person here being very steady and they know exactly what they want. Another person is kind of in and out and all over the place, and they want to commit, and then they acknowledge I'm too small and I want to do the best I can, but I have no resources. Maybe the person here haven't invested themselves because they think they are not good enough. So it might be this. Maybe there's a reason to why your person didn't invest. Maybe they feel that they are not in your league, and it's true. But it doesn't mean that they need to swim around in the ocean of despair and self-pity, because it doesn't seem like you are not rejecting them because they are not in your league. You have a Page of Wands and a Page of Pentacles here. It's fine. We can be childish together, but at least there need to be some togetherness, okay? This person wants a king instead of a knight, a hierophant instead of a knight, like the real deal, real investment, no, not a hit and run and crazy behavior. So a person might be acting crazy because they don't have the best self-esteem. So they don't want to show their true self to you. This is their true self. So they didn't want to show it because they didn't think that you will love this person. But I don't think this is the problem for this person. They just want a true investment. It doesn't matter if you are rich or poor, if you are this or that. I think this is already a soul love. We already love each other's souls. So it doesn't matter what you bring to the equation as long as you bring your soul. Okay? And here we have a Two of Swords. So Page of Wands and Page of Pentacles. Neither of these people are going to invest in this situation. It's a Two of Swords. It doesn't mean that they don't want to. It's like both people are waiting for the other person to take the leap of faith. We have Star card here, Fate, Knight of Wands. someone needs to be the hero here, and it's the one that wasn't the hero before. Okay, the one that didn't show vulnerability before, the one that didn't throw their whole self into the equation before needs to do that now. In other case, this stale, like this, it's like two warring tribes and no one is taking the first step. But the Two of Swords is called peace in many decks. It's about that peace negotiation is necessary here, and someone needs to take the leap of faith to actually negotiate peace. And it needs to be the one that wasn't showing maturity before. They need to show that they have matured enough so they are able to show this kind of vulnerability. So we see the moon in both these cards. So we see that the person probably wants to, but doesn't dare to. Okay, they are scared that maybe they will be rejected now when they are finally opening their heart like this towards you, or you are opening your heart like this towards them. So outcome here, we have both King of Cups, that's Scorpio, the Tower, it can feel a little bit Scorpio-like, but it's Uranus, and Death, that's Scorpio. So here, it really needs to be a transformation. If there's not a transformation, these people will just keep on burning and waste time, okay? So nothing will be. But these cards are very promising. It tells exactly what's needed, a big transformation. Someone needs to become their true soul self, their true vulnerable self, put down the games, put down the plays, put down the masks. Two of Swords is carrying a mask, or in this case a blindfold, and seeing what's real, and doing the real thing. We have both the World and the Death card in this equation. Here's the meditation card, Death and World, and it shows endings. So it might be that there's a little window in time where maybe just a year or a few years or a few months where a person can do this evolution, and then it will be too late. You will have to do it in another lifetime, or maybe the dimensions split and go in different direction, because we are living in a very important time right now. So there's no time for you to be a sissy about who you are. You need to be your true self and express that. The most vulnerable parts that you don't want to show needs to be shown, healed, taken to surface and healed. Sometimes through these situations burning, or things that we are needing to sacrifice. And sometimes it's our ego that needs to be sacrificed, with the Tower and the Death here. So what I'm seeing here is that one person needs to kind of mature very rapidly, lose their ego, end the games, and step up and make a real offer. Okay, and I can't tell if they will or won't, but I see that the divine wants it, and their soul wants it, your soul wants it. It just matters if they are brave enough to take off their mask. That's the whole thing that this is about. And if they're not, nothing is going to be. It's like beating a dead horse here. So then you have to practice on sending away their energy. Okay, so showing this a little bit from the above. I will also take oracle cards for you. Move the box here. Chakra Insight Oracle with Karin Sangster. Okay, so one card for my dear Leos. Ew. Okay, came two. That's fine. One is for the person that already holds the high frequency, and it's crown chakra, and it's also communication. And this might come for both, but communication is kind of needed from one person in this equation. They need to express their true self, like the person they were when they came, before the world freaked them out and scared them into a lot of games and whatnot. Okay, so crown chakra 43. Okay, you see the numbers is interesting. You will see what I mean. Crown chakra 43. connection with the divine, pure awareness, enlightenment, fulfillment, cosmic consciousness, inner quest, intelligence. The crown chakra is located on the top of the head and is the energy center of consciousness, transcendence, and divine union. Yogis call this chakra the seat of enlightenment, and the Sanskrit word Shasrara quite literally means thousandfold or infinitive. The call of Sashara is the move from a conceptual understanding of consciousness into an actual experience and sense of knowing that we are one with the living energy of the universe. This may be a tall order for many of us amidst the day-to-day hustle and bustle of life, but in truth, this is our greatest task in life. I am one with the divine. I am connected to the source of infinitive knowledge. I accept divine guidance in my life journey. It doesn't have to be so darn complicated. Just try to stay awake, snap awake. Don't fall asleep. I don't mean night sleep. I mean daydreaming. Daydreaming is wonderful. It's a way for the mind to rest, but it's not consciousness, okay? So daydream when you need to daydream, but wake up now and then, snap out of it, feel your body, be aware of the smells around you, the noises around you, what you see around you. It's also awareness when you are in relationship to others. Always have an eye inside into the wisdom well inside of you, feeling what you feel, so you know your true reactions to what the person says or does, so you can be truthful in truthful awareness, reacting to what they say instead of being asleep and reacting unconsciously just through your old patterns, what we saw with the Seven of Cups and the Devil in the beginning. So just try to stay awake. Snap, stay awake, okay? You can practice this all day in your everyday hustle. Just be aware of what you're doing, and maybe doing things a little bit slowly. They're usually being more thoroughly done when we do it with a little bit more meditation, okay? So just be aware here so you don't fall into the old dance with this situation or these people or this person. So here comes the fun part. Crown chakra 43, and here we have 34. So I think we are dealing with the divine masculine and divine feminine, 3 empress, 4 emperor, self-expressing, sharing, connection. Listen to what your soul is saying to you. Communicate and share this in the world. Whether we realize it or not, we are all in constant communication with life and the world around us, not only in the way we say, but in our body language, tonality, facial expressions and movements. We communicate far more than most of us realize. And this is also a way for you to, look through the person that you're dealing with. If you're dealing with the devil, just look at them. You will see when they are lying. And sometimes you want to agree with the lie because you want to be lied to. Please lie to me so I don't know the truth about the awful truth about this connection or what we are really doing here or what's really happening at this place of work. So we might be, yeah, that was very nice of them, when we really know we were insulted. In fact, the words we speak only make up a very small percentage of what we communicate out in the world each day. This card is an invitation to come into alignment inside and out with what you really want to say in life. Take time to get clear within yourself first. Become conscious of what your soul wishes to express, like with feeling having one eye, attention into the wisdom well, your feelings, knowing at all times your true reaction to things. And instead of you just unconsciously display these reactions, you can consciously discuss your reaction with someone. I don't feel good about this. I want this. I don't want this. Whatever is the truth for you. If you find it hard to verbalize what you really want to say, this card encourages you to practice expressing yourself out loud and in other ways. Take a moment to pause before speaking and practice slowing down your breath so that you are calm and able to clearly connect with what you most want to express. You may even choose to write a letter to someone or to put down your thoughts in writing before you speak. Pay attention to the way you speak and the way you express yourself. Choose to value your words and your opinions. Yes, and then other will value them too. Also, you need to learn to listen. It's the same thing. Listen and not immediately reacting, but actually listen, and maybe making small soul notes like I need to remember this reaction, because usually we have a very short memory span and we want to say the thing we had coming up as our reaction immediately, but we need to give the other person space in time to express themselves and to truly understand what they are expressing. So save your questions and reaction for later, and if you have to, make notes even if you feel like a journalist in this situation. And it's also this, we can be very scared of communicating because we don't want to sacrifice things. We want to walk on eggshells because we know that the love that a person feel for us or the tolerance that they have for us is very conditioned. But if we do express ourselves truthfully, who we truly are, we will find the people that we are truly belonging with, instead of staying in conditioned, compromised situation which doesn't belong to us truly. So let yourself be separated like oil and water. If this is your true expression of your soul and they can't take it, they are not for you, and you're probably in a codependent situation where they asked you to be in a certain way, and if you could be in that certain way, you could be with them, but if you can't be in that certain way, you can't be with them. So that's conditioned. It's not true love. It's not true acceptance. It's not like a person like you for who you are, only for what you can give to them. So that's why you need to sacrifice and be your true self anyways. So this is from the Oracle of the Dragon Fae, and we'll take another Morrigan. Looks very much like the Queen of Wands expression here. So this one very similar in the energy. Take action. 22. So 22 in tarot is, or numerology, is the Fool. Making the jump, leap of faith. So the Morrigan. I see now that events are moving extremely fast. This is a time of rapid change and creation, so rapid that you may wish to slow down just a little. However, I say to you clearly that the time to act is now, and that procrastination and hesitation are your enemies at this time. I can lead you forward through and help you pick your way through the minefield before you. This is a time of testing and darkness, but through this you will grow strong. Be aware. If you have resisted your abilities or felt blocked in terms of following your life path, these changes will take place very rapidly because they have been waiting for a signal to be able to come in, and they are working hard with you. So you do not have to endure a long drawn out process of change. Truly you are ready. Take flight with me and know that taking your own path seriously and acting now with deep integrity is the way for justice to reach you. So you need to be your true self, and even if things are happening very rapidly right now, might come in a very energetic suitor here, and still you need to keep yourself awake and not compromise yourself, not become codependent, not sell yourself for the small dream when you really want the big dream. Okay, so my dear Leos, I hope this helped. I would like to urge you to watch my pick a card readings. I have done a number of them. You can, if you go to my channel, click on my channel, they will be on the first page. If you scroll down a little bit, I have the playlist there with the pick a card readings. They can be additional help to help you go through this difficult situation where you need to keep yourself awake and you need to know all the facts so you don't get swayed in by something or lured in by something that has a very shiny glow, but is really just offering you like an air castle. When it's an air castle, you don't accept it, and I see you want, but it's easier for you to know why you are not accepting it if you have all the different facts about why a person is behaving like this and why you are feeling like this. So go and check those out. And I also want to welcome you back to my August readings that I will perform in the middle of July. So until then, take really good care and bye-bye.